right, y'all. Let's get this party started. My name's Travis Martin. I've lost over 100 pounds on the program, come off all prescription medications. The program's changed my life, and now it's changing tens of thousands of other lives, of which we're very grateful and honored to have been a part of. And we just want to bow our unworthy head and give Jesus the praise for it all. All these good gifts, all this unction we have to take control of our life is coming by way of the power of the Holy Spirit. So welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here, and let's make some positive changes in our lives and in the lives of those around us. We're so happy that you're here. This is our 11 a.m. session. We're going to talk food combining, meal ideas, bulletproof shield, and we'll spend plenty of time answering questions. We try to keep the questions in the 11 o'clock hour to basic beginner type questions. Even us experienced members need repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill. We have a lot of noise around us in our environment, so it's very helpful, very important to always continue to revisit the bulletproof shield, the basics, the fundamentals. As well, at 12 o'clock, we'll go live for about 30 minutes. We'll send out another link for that class. At 12 o'clock, we'll go live, and for those that want to take a deeper dive and just do Q&A so that we can personalize your journey for you, keep you moving forward, keep you bursting through plateaus. That's what we'll do at 12. But really, the two sessions are beginning to look the same. We did a poll last week to determine the two best times of the day for the most number of members, and the top spot was 8 p.m. That got the most votes. The second spot was the 11 a.m. hour. So in May, I will begin hosting 11 o'clock, this 11 o'clock session Monday through Friday, and then I look forward to making some special announcements about the 8 p.m. hour for May. We're almost through with some developments on the website where we'll be showing those and the usefulness of all these new features on the website in May, and most likely at the 8 p.m. hour. So look forward to connecting. We keep trying to do things that help provide all the tools that any reasonable person would need to lose weight, keep the weight off forever, who has a willing and wanting heart. There are three types of members here. There are our free community members. God gave us unction a couple of months ago to remove all barriers of entry. We never wanted anyone to question our heart as it relates to trying to help people lose weight, because we believe that we're saving lives. So we want to welcome our free community members. And then we want to thank especially our lifetime members, and thank especially our partners. We could not do what we do, especially as things are changing in our environment and culture, and the business landscape is changing. It's really challenging to have any kind of business or ministry these days. So you lifetime members and partners are helping us keep Shibboleth alive and healthy, and we just could not do this without you. I hope that you lay your head down every night and know that you're a part of something very special. So thank you, lifetime members and partners. Let's get right to it. We've got questions right out of the gate. I think it's a question. Tabitha, good morning. I'm doing a line day and was going to put cheese on my burger. My kids just eat regular sandwich cheese, so I grabbed that. I know for the line day, it's full fat cheese with 0 carbs. This cheese has 2 grams of carbs, so I'm guessing don't use it. What's an example of full fat cheese? Yeah, real cheese doesn't have any carbohydrate. So the cheese that you've selected has a little bit of starch in there. If you did use it by accident on a line day, I would not say that takes your line day status away. That's not enough carbohydrate to do much damage there. In fact, that cheese probably is a better cheese on a regular perfect day. But on a line day, it is best to stick to 0 carbohydrate cheese, real full fat, delicious cheese. Just on a line day. On a regular perfect day or a tiger day, there's too many other variables going on. for most members. So they would not want to use full fat cheese on a regular perfect day unless it was just that much thumb knuckle up. That would be 50 calories of full fat cheese. You can use it as a condiment on any perfectly combined meal, but it's not advisable. It's just not enough cheese for most people. Let me know if that unpacked that well enough for you. All right. Any other questions? Happy to answer questions before we get into the repetitious Shibboleth shield. Lisa, welcome, Lisa. Just want to verify that on a WOW challenge, I can eliminate a meal. I just can't add anything. That's right. You can eliminate unless special instruction says not to eliminate. Those are quirky. They're designed to be quirky. They're designed to cause you to have to be aware of what you're eating all day. I try to supply ample quirkiness in each WOW challenge. You should not make substitutions, and you should not add to the WOW challenge, so that you can declare war on your weakness. WOW, war on weakness, and be disciplined that day. Eat some quirky stuff, finish the day strong, go to bed. Sometimes in special instructions, you'll see one of them say something like, don't eat such and such after 4 p.m. But otherwise, you're fine with a WOW, and you can eliminate a meal on a WOW. Beverly, is it a bad thing to start off with a 21-day challenge? It can never be considered bad. So when is the right time to do the right thing? Right now. So depending on your personality, right? You and you alone know your personality. But a decent example of that is I am an expert regarding the Shibboleth lifestyle. I'm an expert instructor, but that doesn't mean that everybody can learn from me. My personality is not everyone's cup of tea. So it works that way with our members. Everyone here has a different personality. Some people's personality allows them to weigh every day, multiple times a day without discouragement. Other people have a personality where if they weigh once a day, they stay discouraged and throw their hands up in the air and quit. So they should weigh once a week. So everybody's personality is different. So Beverly, when we're leaving a terrible lifestyle, I don't know your pre-Shibboleth lifestyle, but when you're most likely leaving behind a terrible eating lifestyle that was very unhealthy, and you come here, there's some recommendations on where to start, and we suggest that you start with the fast track, learn that foundational system. But that may not go well with your personality. You may be someone that needs a challenge. Any challenge that we put forth, whether it be a 21-day challenge, or whether it be a WOW challenge, or whether it be just the basics, the rudimentary basic program, all of those programs are designed to help you lose body fat. And that is the chief goal here. It is body fat that stores toxins, body fat that causes, statistically speaking, premature death. We're trying to get rid of that body fat. And the 21-day challenge is an excellent challenge to get rid of old bad habits, install new bad habits. You can do anything for 21 days if you got your mind right, and you will lose weight. So I think if you do it properly, that's a really good one to start with, depending on your personality. Now, if you said, I don't like to be challenged, I don't like restriction, then it's probably not the best one for you to do, because you'll get in there. I see a lot of people say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And day 3, they quit because it got too tough for them, and they quit. And what happens when you quit on yourself, you start losing confidence in yourself. So whatever you start, do with all your heart and with all your might, and don't quit. You declared it, now don't quit. That's why we do those 1-day WOW challenges. Who cares if you do a 1-day WOW challenge and lose a pound or 2 if you can't sustain that, right? So why do we do a one-day challenge? To help people begin to believe in themselves. They declare it because maybe I need to, this is not for Beverly, but maybe I need to start doing some 1-hour challenges. We have people that quit as soon as they tell me they're going to start. But I really believe that causes one to stop believing in themselves. They stop trusting themselves. So trust yourself, do your best with that challenge. And if you don't get through it, you should be able to. But if you don't, show yourself grace and forgiveness. Pick out a day on the calendar and let's try again. But yeah, that's a great one. Can you drink homemade kombucha? It depends on what's in that kombucha. As we know, when we go to the grocery store and we see kombucha, the nutritional labels vary wildly. Some are full of sugar. It depends on your recipe. But Tammy, if you send me that recipe or send it to info@myshibboleth or put it in the We Fixed It group, we can tell you if your homemade kombucha would work and whether it would be a meal episode, a snack episode, a freebie, or an extra. But we do need to see the nutritional profile. Linda, what is the advantage of taking 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar? I started that this morning and just want more information about that. Bragg's apple cider vinegar is not mandatory to our program. It is a great elixir. It's one that I use. When I started for one purpose, and that was to help me control my blood sugar. So I don't take my apple cider vinegar on an empty stomach very often anymore. I take it before an eating episode because that's when we're liable to elevate our blood sugar levels. So taking your Bragg's apple cider vinegar before a meal is going to help better regulate your blood sugar, which means less fat buzz, aka insulin. But then also it helps the body maintain the proper pH, which is very important to health and wellness. It's a great little health tonic. It's something that I will take. I like sushi, so anytime I eat sushi, after I eat sushi, just it's a mental thing. I'll take a little apple cider vinegar. In my latter years, I started using it as a wine void replacement. I never had drank alcoholic beverages until I hit 40. Started drinking adult beverages at 40. Developed a challenge with that as I began to do it every day. And I decided that's not how the Lord wanted me to live. Having adult beverages every single day, it was a liberty, but I was becoming enslaved by it. So I took my apple cider vinegar and I took an ounce and added it to Ocean Spray Diet, started putting it in a wine glass and using that as my wine replacement of choice. So there's all kinds of ways to use it. It's not mandatory. It's not a cure-all, but it is a nice little inexpensive health tonic. Kelly, eating right causes a lot of stomach warfare. What would you recommend to calm the noise? Well, I'm not real certain how to answer that because that's a really deep dive. If you're talking about your stomach rumbling and grumbling, because you're actually physically hungry, is that part of what's going on? Are you constipated? Is that what's going on? Or, what is going on? There's a lot of reasons our tummies grumble. Is it internal combustion going on? So are you eating a lot of superfoods? Are you eating a lot of pinto beans? We had last night chili beans. So I added episode to my chili beans to prevent the obvious episodes. You can get Beano too. That will help. But no, I'm really not sure that's that much of a problem. Usually only you're hearing it and only you're disturbed by it. When I'm fasting, I'm hungry. There are times I'm hungry and it's not time to eat. I'm not going to eat until it's time to eat, and I just deal with it. I wish I had better solutions for you, but if someone does here, maybe they'll chime in and we can use the collective wisdom of the group to help you with the tummy rumble. Lisa says, I did not have the right pancakes for the ice cream challenge. How can a program not be easy if you can have delicious ice cream for 2 meals? True, that's a fun wow. Hey, Beverly. Beverly says, I'm brand new, but I got Jesus. And I think we all here, your brothers and sisters, Beverly would tell you that's all you need. That is the chief cornerstone. That's how we build a new life. That's how we become what we were always meant to become in the Lord. We don't start with the chief cornerstone of Shibboleth or the bulletproof shield. We start with Jesus. So welcome. We're glad you're here. Vicky, I have been studying the food categories this morning, and I was just wondering if you have to use the name brands that are listed, or if you can use any brand, just make sure it's got the right calories and proteins. As long as, if you're looking, I would always go to the food library. Okay. So if you're just looking at some basic beginner categories, you're not going to see all of the vastness of the food library. The food library that Lifetime members and partners have is thousands and thousands of food strong. There's it's not, I can't say this for certain, but it's likely if it's not in our food library, you probably don't need it. Now, with that said, so if you're a beginner and you're only looking at beginner foods and categories, and let's say that you look at fat-free cheese on the grocery list, a Kraft fat-free cheese. Well, Laura Lynn fat-free cheese is almost the very same nutritional profile. So yes, in that case, you could change one brand for another. But let me say this. You had better be darn sure that it's almost exactly the same. Okay? Because the way our formulas work, some things are already at the top line of getting booted out, but they barely made it into the approved food list. So let's say it's you choose something, say, hey, I think this will be fine. It's only 5 more calories, only 5 more carbs. That could be the thing that provokes too much fat bust during your day that causes you not to be able to efficiently burn body fat. So that's what I suggest people do. Our program is not the best teaching moment. Our program is not the best for the lone wolf. Okay, if you like to be a rebel and you like to be a lone wolf, a recluse, our program is not built that way. We are not the best program for the lone wolf. We are the best program for people who desire connection and collective wisdom of a group. The Bible says there's safety in counsel. So how long does it take to take a smartphone picture of a product that you don't know if it's approved? How long does it take to take that picture and put it in the Shibboleth We Fixed It group with a nutritional label? It takes 30 seconds, maybe a minute for you to go, do y'all know if this is approved? And then we get to use the collective wisdom of the group. We become one body in Christ, and we can be more successful. If you want to be not talking to you specifically, remember, I'm trying to cover the whole group here. If you want to be a lone wolf and do things your way, then you're on your own. Okay, so we don't know. There's so many nuances and ingredients. You can take, here's another teaching moment. You can take 2 nutritional labels that are exactly the same, and they break down in your body completely different because one had the ingredient of whey protein and the other had the ingredient of soy protein. It's the same grams of protein, but the soy broke down so much slower than the whey, we got less blood sugar impact. So just something for you to think about. I love ACV and Spark, Diane. Good choice. Sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are awesome. That's something that I use as a freebie because this is a truth. It's funny, but it's true. If I'm having a handful of shelled sunflower seeds, that's a snack. But I have them as an extra or freebie, if you will. I like to buy those flavored sunflower seeds and as a freebie for mental cravings, suck the juice out of the seed. By the time you get the little seed out of the shell, that takes so much work, you've actually burned the calories from that one seed. So when I watch a ball game or something, I'm usually sucking on some flavored sunflower seeds. Just good one, Kelly. Alice, I drink a beverage made with 2 tablespoons of ACV, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, okay, 2 donks of stevia extract, and 1 quart of water. Would I still need to take ACV on an empty stomach? You don't have to. No. Nobody here has to take ACV. No supplement is mandatory. Now, your elixir, by the way, the elixir you just went through is a fine one. No problem with that. But I want to, again, because something is suggested doesn't make it mandatory. Here's the only thing that's mandatory with the Shibboleth lifestyle if you want to be successful. And this isn't mandatory. We're all adults here, right? This is what I surrender to, right? A lot of people want to be a rebel. I don't want to be a rebel. I want to be surrendering, right? When I find something good, I surrender. It's not that I have to. I could rebel. I could be stubborn, but I surrender. And my ethos, my lifestyle is surrendering to what I believe Jesus wants me to do. And all I do is share with people daily what I believe Jesus wants me to do. Then you determine what Jesus wants you to do. So I have a half a gallon up to a gallon of water a day. And then I journal. A lot of our clients do not journal, and they mark perfect day. That's your right to do. But if you ask me as your coach, did I have a perfect day? I did everything right. I ate right, but I didn't journal. I would tell you no. You may still say you did. That's on you, right? I'm giving you my 20 years of experience. So if I bite it, I write it. And then you got food combinations to control insulin. And then you've got portions to control your calories throughout the day and per eating episode. And then you've got timing, getting the proper fasting time per day or spreading meals out 4 to 6 hours. And then we want to be thankful unto the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord. Thankful to the Lord. So this is how I have a perfect day. This is mandatory. Now, there's a couple of add-ons that I do for myself for my perfect day. One of which is I need a whole food vitamin or a quality vitamin. I always, by habit, say whole food. Whole food grows from the ground and roams the earth. So whole food vitamin is a little bit of a contradiction. So I take a quality vitamin to make sure that I'm completing any nutrient deficiencies I have. And this is it for me. Apple cider vinegar is not on that list. Now, I do that, but it's a supplementary type of thing that I enjoy doing. And if I get some benefit from it, wonderful. If I don't, okay, I enjoyed it. So I never want anyone to think that supplements are mandatory to produce the kind of results that we're looking for that are going to be life-changing results. Hey, Lisa, if you are not a lifetime member, I would highly recommend it. The information on the website and the support is nothing short of amazing. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. We certainly hope that folks will become a lifetime member. Let's see. Got a few things going on Facebook. Let me check in over here. Nikki, I need a Shibboleth Facebook post that I read on a Shibboleth Facebook post that carrots raw are a category 2. No, they're not. But cooked as a 3. Is that correct? No, they are a category 3. Now, what you probably read, not that carrots are a category 2, but carrots raw are a freebie. But that doesn't mean they're a category 2. Onions and carrots raw are a category 3, but they're a freebie. When you cook them, they're no longer a freebie. Hope that makes sense. Nikki, thank you for the stars. I appreciate that. Those make my day. We just got a check from Facebook and I said, what's that for? Sasha said, you got stars. I made $80 last month. I'm like, awesome. Goodness, that almost thrilled me more than anything else that happened last month. Thank you for the stars. Nikki says, when I'm fasting, I chew a couple pieces of chewing gum until it's time for a meal episode. Perfect. I use sugar-free Orbit or Lucy. Don't use Lucy unless you know how to use it. That should be a whole class to talk about Lucy gum. I shouldn't have said that today. I'm reeling that back. Pretend I did not mention Lucy gum. Orbit sugar-free gum is a good one. Joni, 1 cup. Okay, Joni's explained that. Thank you, Joni. Joni, you nailed it. Good job. I didn't know if any of our folks would actually know that carrots weren't. When I say freebie, most people automatically assume it's category 2, but it's not. Good job, Joni. I don't know that we've ever unpacked that when we've discussed the program behind the scenes. Can you exercise while losing weight with the program? I highly recommend it if you're already exercising when you start the program. I believe it's Lily. Hey, Lily. Highly recommend it. When I started the program at over 300 pounds, I was not exercising. I had tried all that and was very discouraged and felt hopeless. And then I began to understand the power of eating right. Eating right alone is the way to lose weight. You cannot out exercise or exercise enough to overcome a bad diet. Transformation is 80 to 90% nutrition. You can get to a place where you look great in your clothes without any exercise. Now, you're not going to get where you look good naked. You're not going to do that without exercise. But if you just do exercise and then you reward yourself with food, it can be very, very discouraging. You'll get strong, but you'll get big. We don't want to be big and strong. We want to be very lean and fit, right? So if you started this program and you say, all right, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to follow the Bulletproof Shield, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do it all. Some people may be able to radically transform themselves like that. Saul did. Saul became Paul in 3 days. So you may be able to do that. I wasn't able to do that. That was just too much change for me. So if you're already in the habit of exercising, there is no reason to give it up. It's going to serve you well. But if you're not already in the habit of exercising, my suggestion to people officially is let's lose 10% of your body weight. Let's get you where you're excited about the process, not just the outcome. You're actually enjoying the Shibboleth lifestyle. And then before joining a gym or doing anything crazy, let's just start a good walking regimen. Walking is the best way to lose body fat. After 2 perfect days, there's no exercise better for efficient body fat loss than brisk walking. 10,000 steps or more is a good place to start. Now, if you'll do that for a month, then I'm all about. Let's get you engaged in some resistance training, some cardiovascular sessions, those kind of HIIT training, Zumba, whatever it is that you like to do. Exercise is great, but the Bible tells us about exercise, doesn't it? The Bible says that bodily exercise profits little, but godliness is good for us in all areas of our life. Now, what is that saying? It's saying that bodily exercise, practicing bodily exercise does profit, but very little. But self-discipline is a part of godliness. That profits in all things and with all matters. So let's put first things first. Our world over, when people want to lose weight, what do they put first? Everybody, let me get you to chime in. What does everybody put first when they decide they want to lose weight? Clean nutrition or exercise? Which one do people go for first? Actually, no. Statistics show exercise. They go join a gym. They think exercise is the way. They don't really eat clean. This is a statistical fact. It's been studied over and over and over again. And the reason people choose exercise, it's exciting. You feel better after you exercise. You get that dopamine hit. And in fact, that dopamine works against you because after you have a vigorous session in the gym, what do you want to reward yourself with if you're already a foodaholic? So if we're trying to modify our behaviors and we go that approach, it's likely we're not able to modify our behaviors. So let's understand, let's put exercise in its proper place. And now, I better say this because y'all will see videos of me exercising. I exercise. I'm a fanatic now. I lost all of my weight. I've kept it off. I continued to lose weight over the years. When I started teaching nutrition, I was 240 pounds, 300 down to 240, 330 down to 240, somewhere in that range, then 230, then 220. Today, I weighed 190. So I just keep doing it. And I started 2 years ago, vigorous exercise. And it's paid huge dividends. So, yeah, exercise. It's good for you. Do supplements have to be approved, Tressa? Again, it goes back to my previous answer. There's safety in counsel, but if you want to take something you believe in and you've cleared it with the Holy Ghost and your physician, your personal doctor, go for it. You may not. You may trust yourself and your analytical prowess and research ability. I have no problem with that. You just do what you feel is right. Make sure you clear it with your physician and the great physician. You can use us as you're on your journey as your counselor. This group here. There's safety in a multitude of counsel. So I don't know why we wouldn't run it by the folks so that we can take a look at it and make suggestions. But I treat everybody like adults. I think Joni will tell you they some behind the scenes. Some of our great mentors, they're like, you need to quit treating everybody like adults. You need to say yes or no to them. But I have found in my career that doesn't work out too well. We're all adults. My job is to give you the information, do the best I can to inspire you, and then it's up to each individual here to whether they're going to surrender to the information or not. And what I would suggest is just run it, just quickly run it by us. So let's make sure that it may be that it's 0 calorie supplement and it looks fine, but I've read something in the scientific medical journal that suggests that, for example, CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, I used to approve that. That was something that I also took. And then I read in a medical journal that CLA was being misused and it was causing much problems because people were over taking that supplement to lose body fat. So I no longer recommend CLA. So if you have the time, I consider it my job to obsess over this stuff. And then I can give you the information so that you can see about your family and go about your daily business and trust that Travis is obsessed with it. Maybe he's heard something about it. Let me run it by. Can you remind us what the shield is again? Okay, this is the bulletproof shield. Okay, this is what protects you from the diet devil. If you follow these daily disciplines, this is your Shibboleth shield. I use that term because the Bible talks about the shield in the Bible, the shield of faith, the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, feet shed with the preparation. God gave us a bulletproof shield to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. So I've come up with my own bulletproof shield that I share with everybody. Because if I follow these things, I will lose weight. If I'm not losing weight, it's because I'm either lying to myself or I'm confused. You have to lose weight if you follow the Shibboleth shield. There's no getting around it. You won't lose every day, but will you lose month over month over month? Absolutely no way around it. Because the Shibboleth shield says you can have 6 holidays a month in weight loss mode, up to 12 holidays a month in maintenance. All your other days need to follow these rules. Now, I will ask and look for you to answer in the thread. Is there one of these bulletproof shield components or disciplines that you need clarification on? We have water, we have the journal, food combinations to control the fat bus, portion control your eating episode, and to control your overall daily rations, timing for digestion, and basically give thanks unto the Lord. So are there any of these that you need a deeper dive into? Diane says, my husband's cardiologist told him walking is the best exercise, and it is. People can't make money off of it, so you don't hear unless you got some sort of a, meditation app or something while you're walking. But walking is walking. The more walking you do while you're in efficient fat burning mode. When I say you're in efficient fat burning mode, that means you burn through the sugar. You got to burn through the sugar stored in the muscles first. And after 2 perfect days, you've done it. You went through the excess glycogen. Now you can efficiently burn fat. But you need to stay in your target heart rate zone. If you don't know how to figure that, let me know. I'll teach y'all how to figure that real quick. Most people probably know that here, but someone may not. Your target heart rate zone when you're briskly walking and you've controlled insulin. You got to control insulin. When you control insulin and then you briskly walk in your target heart rate zone, you are efficiently melting. So I'm proud that a cardiologist is recommending that and not just CrossFit. Correct, Diane. You cannot, it's biologically impossible to build new muscle, to build new, keyword new. It's impossible to build new muscle and lose body fat at the same time. That is a marketing myth. Great job. Kelly's having to work harder to get her heart rate up. That means you're getting more fit. Good job. Got to have that wine. Good. Tressa, the best way, if Joni's listening, I think Joni is in the Zoom room too. Let me see. Yeah, Joni, Tressa needs help. How do I run it by you? What is the best way? Can you give Tressa the We Fixed It group link, Joni, if you don't mind? Tressa, Joni, if she hears me and when she hears me, she's going to give you the We Fixed It group link, and that's the best place to post that. Charles got started back on AdvoCare metabolic nutrition system. Great. You had great success, like 20 pounds in 24 days taking that. So let's get back on that. Good job, Charles. Had a beach wedding. Alice says had a beach wedding over Easter and had too many holidays. Can I just count this month as a maintenance month and then start again into weight loss? I don't see why not. I mean, if you did the right thing more than the wrong thing, just feel good about it. That's life. Sometimes we're maintaining. Maintaining is a victory, because in the old days we were gaining. You maintained. That sounds good to me. Yeah, as long as you feel good about it, feels good. Will any new challenges post soon? Sandy, I'm doing my best to come up with some new stuff. Right now we're reliant on the WOW challenges and these sessions. But yes, I'm working hard. I did not want to announce a challenge without some new website features, because if I announce the challenge and we do them without the website feature, I'll lose a lot of the shock, the fun of it. So bear with me. If I can't get my web development, if I can't get it where I want it in the next few days, I'll go on and do a challenge like we used to, old style anyway. But yeah, we'll do our best to do something for you really soon. Whole food vitamins, what do I need those for? Well, when you're operating in a calorie deficit, even when you're not, because most of society eats junk, you're usually eating foods that aren't real nutrient dense before Shibboleth. When you come to Shibboleth, most of your foods are going to be very nutrient dense. However, now you're operating in a calorie deficit. So if you're operating in a calorie deficit, it's highly likely that you're not filling all your nutrient deficiencies. So one nutrient deficiency that a lot of folks in a calorie deficit end up dealing with is the lack of fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. And if you're not getting adequate levels of those, you don't need to overdose on them. They're not water-soluble. But if you're not getting adequate levels of them, then fat loss can be stubborn. You will still lose fat, but it can be stubborn. So you want to make sure you take a good vitamin just to make sure that you're completing any nutrient gaps that you may have. And if you don't, you'll still lose weight. You still lose weight, but if you want to lose body fat efficiently and be healthier for the long term, everyone in America most likely needs a quality vitamin. Andrea, hey Andrea, can you go over the digestion timing? Yes. So timing is one of our shield disciplines. Okay. So anytime I eat, when I eat, and especially a meal episode or a snack episode, I got to be special. I got to consider timing. because there's 4 phases of digestion. There is the ingestion of it, and then it goes into the stomach, and it starts being prepared for processing. Then it goes into the intestines for absorption and elimination. It's critical that when we have filled our stomach, that we wait and allow time for the stomach to do its job and allow the food to enter into the intestines and begin the absorption phase. That full feeling that you get after you eat, that's when it's in your stomach. We don't like the full feeling, not good. That means you're stretching the stomach. But nevertheless, you've eaten an eating episode. Whatever you've eaten, depending on what it is, some things faster, some things slower, you're looking at a minimal time frame in the stomach of 4 to 6 hours. Now, common sense would suggest if we have eaten 2 hours ago and then we keep eating, or we're grazing through the day, we're not giving our stomach time to process the food that we're eating. That is not good. And if you're doing that every single day, if you're grazing every single day, you're not giving your digestive system any time to keep up. And your body is involuntarily having to allot so much of your energy to digestion. You feel sluggish, you don't feel good, you have mental fog, you're depressed. So when you keep that stomach processing the right amount of food a few times during the day, and then you get a long fast, you're going to be healthier over the long haul. So when we eat an eating episode, we can do one of 2 things. I'm going to give you the rule that is the least of the 2 rules first. You decide which one you want to do. When you're eating one of your 3 approved meals, remember, we're shooting for 3 approved meals in a day, 3 approved eating episodes. Now, sometimes for mental weakness, we'll want an approved snack. One approved snack. And then sometimes some of us are so mentally addicted to food for mental weakness, we may want freebies too. We want over time to eliminate those extras, the grazing part of the program. It's still allowed, but we want to eliminate that over time, and we want to go to 3 approved eating episodes a day. When I have one of these, I want to wait 4 to 6 hours before having another. So I just set my timer on my smartphone or on my watch or in the journal on the website that we provide, and you'll see a countdown. Then you just make it you against that timer, right? And it'll get easier and easier as time goes on as you overcome your addiction. And also we level out those blood sugar issues, because the blood sugar issues are what's causing your appetite to rage all day because of insulin. So anyway, I'm getting off track here. But between these eating episodes, we want 4 to 6 hours of time with nothing that has calories in it. Now, I like to do this. I don't like to pay attention to the 4 to 6 hour rule. I like to just enjoy every 24 hours a 16-hour fast. Then I don't have to worry about spacing my eating episodes out. I'm going to have 3 or less eating episodes a day in an 8-hour window. And including sleep, I'm not going to have anything with calories for 16 hours. If that's too much for you in the beginning, let's try 12. That's a good training wheel philosophy. Does that make sense? Andrea, let me know if I need to unpack that further for you or if that makes sense. Jody asked, is our web developer and his family still safe? Thank you for asking. We pray for Sergey and his sweet family every day. They have moved to the western part of the Ukraine, center west. There is activity around them, but so far they're safe. And I appreciate you asking about him. Sasha and I consider him our brother. He started Shibboleth with us in 2013. He's very special to us, so is his family. And we hope one day that we can get Shibboleth healthy, that the Shibboleth family will hear our cry and help us get healthy as a company so we don't lose any more team members, and that we can also move Sergey, his wife, and his child here. That is a goal of ours and his. But we've got to get Shibboleth healthy, and then we want him here. He's like family to us. So thank you for asking. What vitamin and brand name do I recommend? I am an AdvoCare guy all the way. So happy that they're no longer network marketing. That always disturbed me a little. I'm not against network marketing, but people use network marketing, not the products, but they try to use it as a get-rich-quick scheme, and AdvoCare never did, but I'm glad they disassociated with that. They are one of the chief suppliers of supplements to professional sports players, and they're an amazing company, just amazing, safe, ethical products that I trust. Now, there are several brands that I recommend if one does not like AdvoCare, but AdvoCare is at the top of my list. Then Thorne, I like Thorne, and I like Beverly, and I like Onnit. Those are really the only ones. It's not the only ones approved. Those are really the only ones you'll get me to talk about, because they're the only ones where I know the people involved and have vetted it. And really feel very proud to mention those company names here. Again, that being our own brand, Zero Drag, which because of supply chain issues we don't have anymore. AdvoCare, Beverly, Onnit, and Thorne. Those are the ones I really like. Trust, back to timing. If I'm fasting 14 hours and eating in a 10-hour window, how far apart should my meals be? Again, if you're going to get at least a 12-hour fast, I don't really worry about how far apart your meals are. As long as you're not having more meal episodes in a day than you should, as long as I'm getting that fasting time, that gives your digestive system time to catch up. So 12 or more hours, then you don't have to worry about it. Will vitamins A, D, E, and K help me to have more energy? Yes. Feeling run down a little lately, working a lot of very physical hours. Yes, Alice. Taking a good quality vitamin with your largest eating episode of the day over a long period of time is going to help your energy levels and your overall health. Absolutely. Do I have a link to order Spark? Oh, Joni's already on it. Thank you, Joni. Thank you, Joni. You're awesome. Joni's awesome, y'all. Any other questions? All-in-one vitamin or separate? I just like to keep things simple for myself. If you want to do it separate, you can. But I prefer, if at a basic multi, I prefer a Coreplex, AdvoCare Coreplex, and a Megaplex. Okay. Now, if you're taking, ding, 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 people mess up on this. They get this and MNS. You heard Charles mention MNS, Metabolic Nutrition System. Metabolic Nutrition System has this in it, so you don't need anything else. So you can either go Coreplex or Megaplex, or just get MNS with everything in it that you need and be done with it. Thorne has a capsule that's called multivitamin AM and PM if you don't like AdvoCare products. This is what I do. I take MNS every day. I am going to be on at noon. In 9 minutes, I'll switch. How do you naturally decrease inflammation in the gut? Danita, that's a complex question, simple. We can unpack that in a complex way, but it's real simple. Follow the Shibboleth shield. Reduce your eating episode size. Get a 16-hour fast every day. Take omega fish oil and exercise, and take your probiotics. Those are a few tips, and you got to do that every day. Most people have inflammation in the body and in the gut because they have an improper lifestyle. They're not resting well because they've got food in their gut all night. The body has to apply all those energy resources to digesting food instead of recovery. They're not taking a prebiotic and a probiotic. They're not sweating. If you don't sweat daily, you're going to experience gut inflammation. If you're not getting enough fiber, you just got to put the Shibboleth lifestyle to use. And if we would all do that and then add exercise and a 16-hour fast, most of the problems that we experience would radically dissipate. But it's hard to get people to do it. They look for some antidote. What we all want to do is continue our improper eating lifestyle and then hope that there's some answer in medication or supplementation that would help us feel better. Joint inflammation, cholesterol, all that stuff, never going to happen. By all the time we spend looking for a quick fix, we could just be living the lifestyle and then adding on down here, exercise, sweat, just sweat. Instead of exercise, just say, just glisten, you ladies, just glisten every day. Just detoxify the body and then give me a 16-hour fast every day. Now, if you want to get a jump start on that, you could pick out a week when you feel froggy and you could give me 3 36-hour fasts in a week. That would be a great detox. And then just move to every day a 16-hour fast. Tressa, Hormel turkey, 70 calories per serving. If I eat half of a serving, does that make it more lean or just better for me? Hormel turkey. Not sure I'm following you. Not sure I'm following you. So the Shibboleth Shield keeps us safe. So number one, is your Hormel turkey approved? What category is that Hormel turkey? Then you just follow the shield. That would be my answer. I don't think I'm following you too well, but you mentioned Hormel turkey. So Hormel turkey, if approved, is going to be a category 1 or 4. And then we just follow the shield. As it relates to our combination, you know what you can have a 1 with, and you know what you can have a 4 with. Then we put it on a 6 to 8 inch plate with the right other food components, and we're good. Hope that makes sense. Steph, let's see, who is that? Let's see, Stephanie Spallone, not sure which part did you want me to repeat? I might have missed it. I mean, I might have answered a few things since then. So repeat, can you tell me what you want me to repeat? What were we discussing? Danita, probiotics, didn't know that also. Okay, yep, prebiotics and probiotics. Prebiotics are the bacteria that the probiotics need to grow strong, to flourish. Probiotics alone often don't work out too well, but prebiotics and probiotics work well. Probiotics, 16-hour fast, and what else? Just sweat. Probiotics, prebiotics, and a 16-hour fast. And just sweat, exercise. How do I get to AdvoCare? Joni posted right below you. The AdvoCare website is www.blowtorchfat.com. If you use our link, that helps Shibboleth, so we hope that you will. Blowtorchfat.com. Yeah, shark days, Danita, shark days and lion days have been proven to decrease inflammation because by default, we're getting rid of oxalates from plants. And oxalates can be a huge problem for many people, and they don't know that. They've been told that the more plants you eat, the better. And that's why you're seeing so much autoimmune disease. We're moving toward a plant-centric diet. Without any real reason to do that other than it's become a religion, and it's all related to climate change doctrine, actually. But anyway, with that said, Yeah, a lot of people, when they go to a lion and shark day, they're like, huh, go figure. I started eating animal foods and dropped the plants, and my gut health improves. Alice, I recommend Delta, MNS Delta for the weight loss phase, and I recommend MNS Omni for the wellness phase. Tressa, 17 pieces are a serving. It is barely a fatty category 4. If I ate less than a serving, would it be more closer to a category 1? No, less will not make it a category 1. Once it's a 4, it's a 4. So having less, you're just having less of a portion of a category 4. Yes, once again, Stephanie, a 16-hour fast every single day. Just sweat, exercise, walk every single day. Probiotics every single day. That's going to make great strides towards making you healthier and more well. What is your favorite exercise on a plate meal? Anything in the red column, I could come up with probably 30 that I like. But probably for me, my favorite, if I'm doing red column, my favorite red column would be anything that is fish or shellfish with hemp hearts. Last question before I go to the 12 o'clock session. I'm running a little behind on it. I still need to send out the link. Jessica's got the last question for this session, and I have to abruptly go. Could I add 1 ounce of baked salmon and a 1/4 cup of Brussels to AHS mac and cheese? AHS mac and cheese is 220 calories. So if you add a little salmon, yes, you could do that. That would be a meal replacement. That would be a meal replacement. I mean, you've got the right idea there. Meal replacement with a category 1 and 2, but you're only adding 1 ounce and just a few Brussels, not a problem. Probably still going to land around 300 calories. Should be fine. I'm going to go. I'm going to send out the link to the noon session. I'll see some of y'all over there. I enjoyed being with you today. Don't forget, you can become a lifetime member if you're not already at www.shibbolethdeals.com. And if you're already a lifetime member and God leads you to, we need partners. You can go to www.helpshibboleth.com, www.helpshibboleth.com. Thank you so much.